that's where, a lot of people get caught up in, maybe they have buying issues where they go out and buy stuff and they get that little endorphin rush and they feel good about it. And then they're depressed afterwards. That's a thing, right? And people will spend their money, on the holidays, birthdays, or whatever, and it makes them feel better. It's real quick, and then you're right back to where you were. That's a sign of something deeper, and really, understanding what your purpose is, and then applying your money, your income, your revenue, your resources towards guiding and helping you fulfill that mission. Matthew 6:21, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And you hear that when it comes to, oh, I don't have time to do workouts or whatever. Well, you got time to watch TV and play those games. You don't have time to, it's where's your passion, where's your goals, where's your mission, right? And that applies to every aspect of your life, right? And don't just manage your money, assign it a purpose, right? Your money, if you don't tell your money what to do, it's going to do the one thing it knows, which is run away from you. So that's why it's so critical you build a spending plan and things like that. Give generously, invest wisely, and spend with intention.
Good
That's
stuff.
intention. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think a great question to ask is, when you look over, one thing I'm really working on myself is reviewing my budget at the end of the month. So like putting things in, keeping track during, but then going back and looking afterwards and going,
What did I do? Yeah.
how'd I do? Right. And I love this question. Does my spending reflect what I value most in the kingdom?
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that people look at what you do, and especially with what we do, are you practicing what you preach, right? And it's applying to you. People will listen to what you say in life, but they will more closely, and your children too, will more closely watch what you actually do.
Yeah.
Right. So that's something, be that example, lead from the front kind of thing. So, as an action step for that, I strongly encourage you to be intentional with every dollar. Figure out what your purpose is. If you don't know what your purpose is, do an assessment test, right? Talk to your pastor about it. I'm sure they've got some tools you can use, and then get that spending plan in place. I've talked about Money Patrol 100 times or more, and I'm a big fan of their stuff. I had a chance to talk to the CEO, seemed like a really great guy, and it's super inexpensive too. And they've got a free version, which, I tell everybody, start with that. And if you don't need all the other bells and whistles, don't, just use the free version. So, but those are the resources. Those are the seeds of your journey that you've been given, right? A bag of seeds, a paycheck, or whatever that case may be. What are you doing to grow your life, your family's life, your journey, your kingdom purpose, everything else? That's the seed of your life right there. So just think about it. All right. What else we got, Wendy? What's the next one?
So another thing that you need to focus on is your energy, right? Where are we spending our time, and not just time, but energy? Energy is not unlimited, right? We have to figure out, what are those things in our life that drain us? What are those things that fill us? And honestly, if you're not in the Word every day, I want to encourage you to start there. I think we're all striving, like everybody's striving in life for these things and these goals, and especially our community, right, of a lot of entrepreneurs. And if we're not putting God at the heart of what we do, we're going to be drained. We're going to feel like we're in the constant hustle, and that it all depends on us. And the Bible calls us to not grow weary in doing good, but we need to figure out, what are those things that fuel us and what are those things that drain us.